I'm Charlie Braithwaite, here for Aussie Villain Fan TV. News has broken that Aussie Villain has been handed the reins at the Emirates, so I'm here to get the reaction of the fans. Aussie? What is he, a f***ing Australian? An Australian! This is a disgrace. What has this club become? Let's send him to Lords with some sandpaper and be done with him. Who is he, yeah? Never heard of him. He has no business replacing the great Arsene Wenger, yeah? What that man did for this club, yeah? Fantastic. Never be repeated, yeah? And we finally get rid of him, and now this? This isn't Arsenal. But you're wearing his hat. Well, you gotta support your club, yeah? Villain. Villain! What is he, a f***ing Villa supporter? Let's f*** him off to Birmingham, and let's get our f***ing club back. So there you have it. It appears the fans are far from convinced, and the new boss has a lot of work to do to convince them otherwise. Hi there, I'm Aussie Villain, welcome to Arsenal, and welcome to a series I'm calling The First Star, where what we're going to look to do is win the Champions League for the first time with a club. Now, of all the clubs that are yet to win the Champions League, Arsenal, I think, is the most... It's the one that should have done it, isn't it? They went close back, late 90s, was it? When they played Barcelona in the final. We're down to 10 men, of course. So they've gone very, very close, and I just feel like they should have won it by now, so we're going to go and do that for them. Now, let's have a look at... We know all about Arsenal. We don't need to sort of go into this information, I don't think. Let's have a look at the transfers. We've done a little bit of business. Now, there's obviously the ones that have already happened in real life, but there's one major signing that I've made myself, and that is Kieran Tierney. Now, if you followed my Manchester United beta save, you will know that we signed Kieran Tierney in that. We've signed him again. He's the best left-back, I think, that's outside of a major club in the game that I've come across anyway. So we've got him nice and early, got him for a decent fee as well. He's going to be at the club long-term. He will almost certainly be the left back when we win the Champions League, I would imagine. So we paid 15.5 for him. He's going up to 28 with if he plays 50 games for us, if we win the Champions League, things like that. So I think that's a really, really good deal to get Kieran Tierney in. Two little pieces of business for the future. Now, what I have learnt about Arsenal is that we love a young, wide attacking prospect. So we signed two of them. Very, very excited. We have Anders Skolov Olsson here, 18 years old. You can see he's a right winger. I figured if Arsenal's if they need one thing, it's right wingers, isn't it? Young right wingers. So they do have, is it Reece that's out on loan? I think that looks quite good. But I think between him and Olsson, that's the future covered. So we paid next to nothing for him. 2.5 going up to 4.3, so I think that's a pretty good signing. And then Antonio Marin. Now again, if you'd followed the Manchester United game, you'll recognise this face. We signed him again. Now I do have a rule that I'm not able to sign players until the scouts find them, because otherwise I'll just go and sign the same players every save. So we were waiting for the scouts to find Marin. They found him, so we signed him. Again, he's a left-sided winger. So he's going to do really, really well for us. He's one of the hottest prospects in the game. 1.5 we paid for him, going up to 2.5 million. Like, we've absolutely stole him out of Dinamo, I've gone blank. Dinamo Zagreb, I think it is. Yeah, look at that dribbling already for a 17-year-old. He's going to be a star, so we have him in the club. A couple of outs that we've got rid of. You'll see there's a couple of loans. Joe Wilcox, really excited for this guy coming up. If anybody's not an Arsenal fan, I'm sure Arsenal fans are very aware of this guy, but... Look at that for an 18-year-old. He's going to be in our midfield within a season or two. But the actual outs, Carl Jenkinson, we sold him. He's gone to France, 3.1 million. His contract was up at the end of the year. He was on a bit of a chunk of change as a weekly wage as well. So we got him out the door. He wasn't going to play, so I didn't see the sense in keeping him. Another young prospect here, 21. He wasn't really going to play for us. He's already 21, so I figured we'll just get him out the door. Marin, we've sent him straight out on loan. So he's out at Crystal Palace till the January transfer window. In hindsight, I wish I'd kept him because we could have played him in the Carling Cup, I think. But he'll get football in the Championship, and I think it'll do him good long term. And Nacho Monreal. Now, I've sold Nacho Monreal. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to go down with Arsenal fans because I think he's a popular player for them. Now, the reason I've sold him is his contract was up at the end of the year. He's not a left-back that's going to win the Champions League for us. We have Kieran Tierney and the other guy, the Bosnian guy whose name escapes me right now, Kalanovic or something. So he's wasn't going to play left wing, left back. He's not a central defender that's going to win you the Champions League. As I said, a contract was up into the year, so I figured we might as well just sell him, get a bit of cash in. So we did just that. We got 11.75, going up to 14.75. Not bad cash for a 32-year-old, I didn't think. So that's the ins and outs that I've made. There's obviously already the other signings that were made in real life. So let me know what you think in the comments, but that is That's the signings, that's the transfers, the ins and the outs. Let's go and have a look at preseason, see how that went. And it was a long preseason because, to be honest, we were horrible at the start. We really weren't playing well. First up, we played, you can see there, Bratislava. And it was a rough start. We struggled to create anything. The only goal we scored was an own goal. And after this game, I'll be honest, I was wondering what the hell I was doing. Then we played LA Galaxy. We went on a bit of a US jaunt. Played LA Galaxy. There were definite signs of improvement in this game. Aubameyang got 2. Bellerin got 1 as well. There were signs of improvement there. And then they all went out the window because we played Seattle and we were horrible. But the score here was a little bit misleading. We didn't play well. You can see Zelalem got sent off early in the second half, which didn't help. Aubameyang got the penalty, but they scored from their only 2 shots on goal. So it's a little bit misleading, but we can't complain too bad because we didn't play well. Then we played Colorado. This is an affiliate club of ours, I believe. Now, what I was playing a 4-2-3-1 because when I looked at the Arsenal players, that seemed to be the formation that would work. Now, there are a lot of the major players were still on holidays after the World Cup, so they hadn't come back yet. So for this game, I ditched that and I went for a 5-3-2, and the improvement was drastic. I did that at halftime. I went sort of switch formations. You can see Bellerin, Lacazette, and Ramsey in 8 second half minutes destroyed the game for us. I've got to get this name out. Kolasinac. Anyway, the backup left back. I've heard it said before. I didn't think I was going to trip over that one, but I trip over a lot of names. You'll get to know that if you don't already. Penalty late made it look a little bit closer than it was, but the second half was much better. Then Thun happened, FC Thun, and we arrived, people. We arrived, and it was magnificent. It wasn't the strongest opposition, granted, but Ramsey, Kostas Menopoulos, the Greek defender that isn't Socrates, Aubameyang, an own goal, and Mkhitaryan with the goals for us. We were absolutely magnificent in that game. Looked like scoring at will, and that was the first time I thought, yeah, we can do this. Then we played Marseille. This was a good, solid win. You can see both teams were down to 10 men, but we went down to 10 men. El Neni, straight off his holidays, first thing he did was get himself sent off after 18 minutes. But Mustafi and another name I can't pronounce, Guendouzi, I think. They got the goals. We were 2-0 up. Then Marseille went down to 10 men, and it was a solid win. It was what it is. Then we played Paris, a bit of a marquee friendly, and we were the better team in this game. Now you can see Lacazette opened the scoring for us. We conceded in the 79th minute. It was a set piece goal after I'd made a bunch of the subs. So I'm sure that I didn't fix up all the marking from the set pieces. So I'm going to blame it on that and say that that's the reason that we conceded from a set piece, because I probably didn't have the right people in the right positions defensively. But it wasn't a bad result, is it? 1-1 against Paris. We'll take that. Then we played Lazio, and this was another solid win. You can see it was Iwobi and Aubameyang that got the goals. They got one back in the 57th minute. They were down to 10 men for a large chunk of the game as well. So it was a little bit disappointing not to properly put them away, having been 2-0 up when they went down to 10 men. But a good solid hit out in the preseason. Then we wrapped up preseason against San Jose. Again, just a good solid performance to end the preseason. Lacazette got a goal. Oh, Jesus. Nkita, if I'm doing these right, or more likely doing them wrong, let me know in the comments. He got a double, which was really good to see, because I'm not sure what to do with Denny Welbeck, but I think this kid could be sort of the third choice striker for us, because I don't know. We can't really sell Welbeck in January now because his contract's up. I'm not sure if I want to renew him. So let me know what you think in the comments if we should keep Welbeck or not. And then I thought I had it at the time. Kolasinac got a goal as well. Pronunciation's horrible, isn't it? And that wrapped up the preseason for us. So not perfect, but we definitely got better the longer that it went on. So let's enjoy now before we get underway against Chelsea in the Premier League. Let's just warm up with our best goals from preseason. There we go, so not bad, a few nice ones in there, right? So things are coming along nicely. And what we're going to do this episode, we're going to get things underway against Chelsea, and then typically I will do two games an episode. So for example, next time we'll come back, we'll do West Ham in our first game in the Europa League. But today, of course, we did the intro and the transfers, all that stuff. I don't want the episode to drag on too long, so it's just Chelsea. So let's have a look at the team we're sending out. My first Arsenal team. This is exciting stuff, isn't it? So it's going to be Leno in goal, just ahead of Czech. I'm not sure. Again, we're building for the future. We're trying to win the Champions League. We physically can't do it this year. So I think with Czech's contract up, Leno's probably going to be the keeper taking us forward. So Mustafi, Socrates and Holding across the back. Bellerin's going to give us the width down the right. Tierney down the left. Torreira and Ramsey in midfield. Ozil, what a player he has been for us. I've really enjoyed Mesut Ozil so far. He's going to play in behind Lacazette and Aubameyang. Don't know what to expect here, guys. You never know, do you? But it's the first competitive game. Let's find out what we have. Alright, so Chelsea's going with a 4-3-3, I guess you'd call that. If it's very defensive 4-3-3, but that's okay. They've got Jorginho, of course, making his debut. I'm excited to see. I'm really excited to get into this Arsenal game and see what we can do. I'd like to think we could win the Champions League in 3 seasons, but just can't be sure. Now, Steve Bold says we should do it for the fans. I'm going to say, let's go some passion. We'll do that. Some passion, do it for the fans. Oh, look at that for a first team talk. Well done, Aussie Villain. Some calm, we have faith for players. Might just do the ones that haven't reacted to that. That's not too bad. All right, let's go. Okay, here we go at Stamford Bridge. Now, in real life, this fixture, I'm pretty sure Chelsea won. I can't fully remember back that far, but I'm pretty sure they won. So let's see if we can do a little bit better here. This looks like a promising start. Can Bellerin whip in across? He can. He's beaten his man. Go on, Bellerin. Go on. Let's get to the back post. Had it away. It's there for Torreira. For Kieran Tierney. Back to Torreira. This is good pressure to start, isn't it? Come on, Tierney. What's he got? That's a foul. Red card, ref. Red card. All right. Decent opportunity from a set piece. It's a tight angle to shoot from, though. We've got a couple of the big boys up from the back. What can Torreira do? Can he introduce himself? This will, of course, be his debut. Torreira, no, not quite. So like I was saying, I'd like to think we could do this in 3 seasons. I think this season, it was just about getting back in the Champions League, isn't it? Ideally, we'll go close to winning the league, but we do just need to get back in the Champions League. As a header, oh! From Mustafa! Not Mustafa, Mustafi! Very much... excuse me, I'm choking up. In Lion King mode there, I know, with Mustafa. But Mustafi, maybe we should call him Mustafa. And just hope that Scar stays away. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. That is a cracking start. Set-piece goal. Very un-Arsenal-like, isn't it? But that is amazing. Good start. That puts Chelsea in a good spot, doesn't it? Alright, can we double our lead? Lacazette back to Bellerin. That looks a bit lungy, but that's Kante, isn't it? What a player he is. I wouldn't mind signing... Actually, I will... I'll change it. I would have, when I first thought I was going to do Arsenal as the first star. It's a lot of firsts in that, isn't there? I thought Kante. That's who I'll try and get him with the ball-winning midfielder. Torreira, absolutely brilliant. He looks like he could be quite the player for us. Now you will notice too, we have Xhaka and there's a few players on the bench that I might have considered starting Tierney with a good cross to the back post. Aubameyang! They just came back so late from the World Cup. I actually played a couple of extra friendlies. I think the Lazio, and I added 2. Lazio, I think, and Marseille I added to just try and get some match fitness in because they just came back so late. So Welbeck, I don't even think he started a game yet, actually. I may have come off the bench for San Jose. I can't even remember. I don't even think he was available for that. So we're going to be trying to get match fitness into some legs as the season gets underway. Now there's a good pass for Tierney. Look at the space he's in. Can he get a nice ball to the back post? Oh, Aubameyang. Oh, was that? I think that was a deflected, was it? Yeah, it was deflected. Unlucky because we had a man just waiting there. And I'm pretty sure it was Aubameyang. It might have been Lacazette. All right, Ozil with the corner. Can we double our lead from the corner? Look for Mustafi. No, it's headed away. Back to Ozil though. Come on, son. Oh, he just kind of waited for Willian to come in and crunch him there. Ramsey's got the ball though. It's still with us. Torreira. That's... Looked like it was wayward, but it was okay. It just kind of faded out a little bit there, didn't it? Just get the ball in the box, boys. We'll wait till we can do a shout and we'll demand more again. Yeah, so let me know, Arsenal fans, if you haven't discovered me before. If you are new to the channel, by the way, please do subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell so you know when I upload new videos. We're going to be doing this, and I have my World Tour save as well. So lots and lots of FM19 coming up. Yeah, so hopefully everybody will will enjoy the journey that we go on here. Is this half-time? This is half-time. 65% of the ball against Chelsea away from home. This is a good start. They're looking overwhelmed as well, a few of them. That's good to see. Not the greatest game in terms of action, but I tell you what, we haven't half played well. I'm going to say, do we say an assertive, don't get complacent? Then we'll do a couple of individual team talks here for players that haven't reacted, and we'll come back for the second 45. Alright, here we go. No tactical changes. No need to change anything as of yet, I don't think. But yeah, let me know, Arsenal fans, if there's any players I should look for in the youth academy. There's a couple of really good prospects there. That's a cracking ball. Oh, Bert Leno. Is it Bert Leno? Anyway, made a cracking save there. That was almost a nightmare start to the second half. 17 seconds in, we almost equalised, or gave away the equaliser, I should say. Head that clear. Lacazette's there. Well done, son. Can we complete the clearance? We can now with Mustafi. And on we go. Okay, so do we want to make any subs here? Torreira, again, he's still coming back to fitness, match fitness. Let's see what happens from this. Ozil, this is a good chance for a shot. Ozil! Oh, God, that was going in. Yeah, so let's show some passion, even though we're looking motivated. There we go, fired him up. Come on, let's get a second. Let's really let me relax a little bit here. That's a penalty. That is a penalty. Aubameyang's going to take it. Good opportunity for him to open his account as well. And at 2-0, just about put this game to bed. Come on. Alright, come on. Come on, Aubameyang. Go on, son. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, he has scored it. Get in. I thought the keeper looked like he just boxed him out there, but never mind. Pierre-Emerick was right there to put that ball away. 2-0 to the Arsenal. Away from home at Chelsea. What a start to the season this is looking to be. Just there, I thought the keeper had guessed the right way and just kind of ended up pulling his hand back in. It almost went through him, didn't it? Let's praise. Do we praise them? Let's try and praise them. They're not playing particularly well match rating wise, but we are 2-0 up and dominating possession, so they deserve a little bit of something, I think. But let's have a look here. We've got some tied legs in midfield. I'm thinking, let's make some changes. Wouldn't mind to see Lichtstein is another one. You can see there their match fitness is just not there yet. I wonder if we could do Welbeck for Lacazette. He'll work hard too, Denny Welbeck, won't he? So that should be fine. Complete forward. Let's bring Granit Xhaka on for... Do we bring him on for Torreira? Now, Granit Xhaka seems to like a red card. So whether we play him as a ball-winning midfielder, that probably doesn't sound like a great idea, does it? You know what we might do? Bellerin's on a booking, so we'll bring Lichtsteiner on for him. And we might just save that other sub just in case we need it. Yeah. Socrates looking apprehensive and on a booking. That doesn't seem like a good combination for a central defender. Alright, Lichtsteiner, let's see what you got. I don't think that he could prove me wrong through the season. My plan right now is I don't think Lichtsteiner is staying for a second season. That's a good ball for Denny Welbeck. Go on, Denny Welbeck. Go on, Denny Welbeck. Oh, what an introduction, Denny Welbeck. Never mind, we will sign him another year because that was quite the finish. Let's praise them for that. 3-0 away to Chelsea on the opening day of the Premier League. I've well and truly introduced myself to the fans now, haven't I? Get back out there for Aussie Villain Fan TV, see what they have to say now. Terry. Look at that. Horrible defending from David Luiz, but that is a good finish. Although the goalkeeping as well may be a little bit suspect. But we'll take this, won't we? 3-0 at Stamford Bridge on the opening day. Do we now... Let's bring Granit Xhaka on again, because of course he's another one that's lacking match fitness. We'll bring him on for Ramsey. It's the same role, deep line playmaker there. So, yeah. Now I think I did. Anyway, we've offered Ramsey a contract extension. Yeah. So Ramsey's staying. I don't know in real life why they don't want to keep him. I really like Aaron Ramsey. So we've already offered him his new contract. He is going to be here for another year. I don't think there's anybody else. Everybody else that's contract up end of the year, with the exception of Welbeck, is kind of getting on a little bit, aren't they? Sort of mid 30s, early 30s. So I think we're going to just let them go and see how they do this year. If somebody comes in this year and does a really, really good job, then we'll keep them on. But that's sort of where I'm sort of leaning towards on that one. Is we want to build a squad that's going to win the Champions League. Now here's a chance for counter-attack. Aubameyang. We know he's lightning. Can he? Oh, good tackle from Rudiger. just hacks it away though. We keep the ball, picked it up beautifully. So this is good. So we just 5-3-2 tactic. This is working. The problem I kind of have with this is that it means Mkhitaryan and Iwobi don't really have a spot in the team. Mkhitaryan can come in for Ozil if Ozil's not fit or injured or suspended or whatever. That's fine, but it doesn't really... That's a cracked start for the season, boys. It doesn't really give Iwobi a spot. He's obviously quality as well. David Luiz had an absolute nightmare. So we're going to do all we can do really is just praise them and say, well done, boys, and move on. So there we go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you open a Premier League season. 3-0 away from home against Chelsea. That is just wonderful, wonderful start. Superior finishing. Tierney makes his debut. Ozil's on form. Enrique, what's he want? He's scouting for Spain. That's fine. But guys, that's it for this episode. The opening episode of the first start. That is, well, it's a first class episode, isn't it? Off to a cracking start there. So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll come back, as I said, for West Ham and whatever our Europa League first round tie is, or first group game is. I'll tweet out the group when we get it. It's at Aussie Villain on Twitter if you don't already follow me. To get a little bit of a preview as to who it is. But guys, that's going to be tomorrow's episode. Something to look forward to. If you have enjoyed that and 3-0 away to Chelsea, I think you must have enjoyed that. Do make sure you hit like. And of course, subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you back on the channel on a regular basis. And leave me feedback in the comments, guys. Who should we sign? Who should we get rid of? Who should we re-sign, I should say. Yeah, let me know. I want the feedback. So until tomorrow, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.